Okay, good morning everyone. So now we'll continue our lesson to the second lesson for technique to integrate. And this is taken from your book, chapter 9, lesson 2, page 434. Okay, so now you may open your book, page 434. Okay, integration by parts. So this is the method name. The method name is integration by parts. So it is a way to integrate a product, yeah, of two functions. So for example, well, let's review a bit. You know that when you have the derivative of u times v, which is a product of two functions, then the y prime, the derivative of it, is equal to u prime v plus u v prime, right? The derivative of this is not equal to u prime times v prime. Yeah. Also the same with integral. The integral of u times v dx, and let's say that u and v are the function in terms of x, is not, again, is not equal to the integral of u dx times the integral of v dx. Yeah, remember, this is a reverse. Integration is reverse of differential. So if the property doesn't work in differential, it doesn't work either for integration. Yeah. So now I'm gonna teach you the method that is called integration by part, a way to integrate a product of two functions. And basically, again, this is a reverse process of for differential of product of two functions. Okay. So again, let's start with y equals to u times v, and u and phi are the function in terms of x. So if I want to derive this, then I will write as dy. So derive it with integral method. Dy will be equals to, well, it's usually u prime v plus u v prime, right? Because we want to use dy. So instead of u prime, let's say it's du times v plus u times dv. So it's still the same with the product, with the derivative of product of the functions. Okay. And then because y is actually u times v, so I can write it as d of u times v, yeah, of u times v is equals to v du plus u dv. Okay. And then I will isolate this. If I isolate dv, u times dv, it will be equal to d of u times v minus v du. Yeah, and if I integrate both sides, then I will have integral of u dv is equal to the integral of d u times v minus integral of v du. Yeah, I can separate the integral in subtraction. It's a property. So then u dv, integral of u dv, because it's this one is just a single integral of d something. So of course the result is the something itself, right? For example, integral of dx is x, integral of du is u. So integral of u times v is of course u times v minus integral v. So this is the formula. This is integration by parts formula. Integral of u dv equals u times v minus integral v du. Okay. Now I'm gonna give you example 1. Example 1. Example 1, integral 5x times e power of 3x dx. Yeah, then I will simplify into 5 times integral x times e power of 3x dx. So this is a product of two functions, yeah, which is one function is x and another function is e power of 3x. So this is definitely not equal to 5 times half x squared times 1 over 3 e power of 3x, yeah. Definitely not. Never do that. Okay. Now then let's use integration by parts. So let's say that this is u and this is dv. Okay. So we write that u is equal to x. So du is equal to dx, yeah. And then dv is equal to e power of 3x dx. Now in this case we integrate both sides, then we get v is equal to 1 over 3 e power of 3x plus c. But actually we don't need to write the plus c in this step, yeah. We just need to add plus c at when we get the final answer. Okay, so it's equal to 5. So this is the one that is integral of u times dv. Yeah, and like I said, integral u of dv by the formula is equal to u times v minus integral v du. Yeah, so this is the u, this is the v, this is the v, this is the du. Okay. So if I continue, then this will be equal to 5 in bracket 1 over 3 x e power of 3x minus 1 over 3 integral of e power of 3x dx. Now, if you do it correctly, then you will get a simpler integral on the next step. If you do it wrong, then of course you will get it more complex. So then it will be, let's factor out the 1 over 3, yeah? So it's 5 over 3 x times e power of 3x minus integral of this is 1 over 3 e power of 3x. And if we factor out the factor out the e power of 3x, then it will be 5 over 3 e power of 3x x minus 1 over 3 plus. Okay, so that's the first example. Now, of course, you can also pick on the other way. You can also pick that this is the e power of 3x is the u and the dv is equal to x dx, right? Of course, you may do that also. But the problem is, if you do that, then you will get more complicated result on the next step. You may try if you don't believe me. Yeah. So then, how do we choose the u and the dv correctly? There is the criteria that I want to show you. Yeah. So the first one is logarithmic function and inverse trigonometric function. Okay. And then the second one is a polynomial. And then the last step, the last level is exponential. And trigonometric function. Okay. So the way you choose u and dv, you follow this level, this criteria. The higher the function, it becomes the u. The lower the function, it becomes more to the dv. So it's applicable to almost all case in integration by parts. Yeah, not all, but almost you can refer to this level, to this criteria. Now, if you see the first example, x is a polynomial function, right, on the second level. And e power of 3x is an exponential. So the first one is polynomial, the second one is exponential. That's why I choose x as the u and e power of 3x as the dv, because polynomial function is located higher than exponential function. So that's how you determine it. Okay, I hope you understand. And let's see the second example. The second example, example 2, is the integral of x squared cosine 4x dx. Yeah. So the first function is polynomial x squared, and the second function is a trigonometric function. So if you see the table, if you see the level, then of course a polynomial function is higher than trigonometric function. So this will be your u and this will be your dv. Okay, so let's continue. So u is equal to x squared, so the u is equal to 2x dx, and then dv is equal to cos 4x dx, so v is equal to 1 over 4 sine 4x. Okay, so this will be equal to u times v minus integral v du. Yeah. Okay, let me simplify first. So it's equal to 1 over 4 x squared times sine 4x minus 1 over 4 times 2 half integral of x sine 4x dx. Now, in here we still have another product, right? But here we still have another product, but of course the product is actually simpler than your original problem. Original problem, you have a product of 3 terms, x, x, and cos 4x. On the next step, you have x and sine x, which is simpler. So again, you can do another integration by parts. So I usually use this different letter, but it's actually up to you if you want to use u and v also. Let's use m and dn. Okay. And of course, the way I determine which one is m and which one is dn is following the table. This table. Yeah, this table. So then I will have another assumption here, m equals to x, so dm equals to dx. And then dn is equal to sine 4x dx, and n is equal to 1 over 4, negative ya, cos 4x. So then this will be equal to 1 over 4x squared times sine 4x minus half in bracket m times n with a negative, ya, with a negative, minus integral plus 1 over 4 cos 4x times dx. Okay, and then this is just something that you can integrate simply, right? So let me write the answer, x squared sine 4x plus, plus 1 over 8 x cos 4x. Be careful, negative half, this is plus 1 over 4. So negative, negative 1 over 8, and then 1 over 4 sine 4x as the integral of cosine 4x. Negative half times positive 1 over 4. It's become the 1 over 8, and then this is the integral of cos 4x dx. Yeah, so if I simplify, then the result is 1 over 4 x squared sine 4x plus 1 over 8 x cos 4x minus 1 over 32 sine 4x plus. So that's how you do integration by parts. And the next lesson, I'm gonna teach you how to do a repeated integration by parts quickly by using a table. Okay, so that's all for today. I hope you understand. I hope you know how to use this method when you have a product of two functions and you want to find the integral. All right, thank you for today.